Hi, hello all, good morning, good evening. How are you all? Just a minute, let me unmute you all. Yeah. So hope you are able to audible to me.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning to all.
Good morning all. Yeah. So a warm welcome for the first Azure Data Engineering class. Okay. So treat this class is itself a first regular class actually. So demo yesterday I given overview of the training and about the Azure Data Engineering, how the course is going to happen, all those things. Okay. So now today itself, we will start regular class only. It is not just demos actually. Okay. So what we are discussing in the day one onwards, that is very, very essential. In many places, we will use it. Okay. So please try to follow. And as I told that, please try to attend the first three classes completely free. And these are regular classes only. It's not planned for free classes. Okay. And as I told you that, go through the YouTube channel and Udemy with my name, either with YouTube channel is Edufulness and my name is Achyut. So anything in Udemy also you can search with Edufulness and have a look and attend three classes. And next Wednesday, you try to take the decision for the admission. Okay. So let us try to start. So before going to see, it is once again very important that for many people it may be the concern, and basing on that they can decide this course is useful or not. Okay, so that means they may getting with some they may some get coming with some idea, right? Technology wise, what they want to learn. So in this data engineering, especially by using Azure Cloud, we are going to see the SQL Server from very scratch, and you no need to worry about the prerequisite of this course actually. So knowledge wise, we are not expecting anything. Whatever is required, everything we will discuss from the basics only. Then only we will deep dive of that particular concept. Okay. So that's why whatever I am displaying or whatever not displayed, simply prerequisite wise, you no need to worry. Only your willingness to learn is actually the matter. Okay. So SQL Server, which is very, very core of the data domain, SQL, you should know actually. So this is always evergreen. Nothing is going to change in this particular technology. Only in basing on the trending technologies or tools, you will integrate this SQL ultimately. Okay. So once you learn it, this is for lifetime. And then Data Factory. So this is most frequently used data migration tool nowadays in the cloud Azure. So because of many flexibilities it is having, this is a very successful tool for the data migration actually. In many projects, people are using for migration purpose. Okay. And Databricks and integrated with the cloud Azure. So this is independent platform for data processing, especially we will use it actually. So this is how much you will learn it. Your career growth is also like that actually. So many opportunities you have. So this is for mainly huge data processing. Okay. So we are going to learn in this PySpark, Spark based search engine, Spark based computation engine by using Python code actually. But you know that so the code what you are using for this particular data processing you are calling as a PySpark coding language also you can say. But of course in the background it is Python only. And not only that, PySQL or SQL you can say. So it is almost like a SQL only. So but you can call as a PySQL by using Python script inside that SQL scripts we are writing actually. So these things we are going to get familiar, and we are going to do many things with this programming languages actually. So this is drag and drop mainly. And this is a script queries, mainly queries you will write. Okay. And this is coding. So this is what the main thing. These are the core Azure data engineering related things actually we should learn. Okay. Now the all three together will exist in this Synapse Analytics actually. So we no need to spend much time on this to learn actually. Once you know this, only environment wise, different connections wise, we should have a understanding. So that's why this is very easy to understand after these three. Then storages like Azure Data Lake, Blob Storage we are going to use. This is exactly like your hard disk. Okay. So whenever you are doing any tasks, data migration related or transformation related, either intermediate or permanent files or as a data warehouse, you can use these data stores, which will stores different format files, images, videos, whatever. It's like a hard disk in your laptop actually. And very, very importantly, as a data warehouse, nowadays people are using that is Delta Lake. This is really matter for us. Uh, this is most frequently used technology actually. So we are going to discuss this from very scratch. We will deep dive like anything. So in the Delta Lake, it is actually a table plus file combination. Okay. So for us, it looks like a table, but internal implementation, it is file. So we will concentrate more on internal implementation so that anyhow you already know the SQL. So SQL directly you can apply on this, but background, how it is going to store by understanding that internal work actually, the way you are understanding, way you are writing script will change. So that is what main thing is required. So always in the background what is happening, if you have the clarity, the way you will, the visibility what you have is different. So ultimately that will lead to the optimal solutions. Okay. So that's what actually everywhere we will try to discuss that. So along with this actually some other supporting services of the Azure we need to use. So among them one is logic app, we are going to get familiar. For few scenarios we will use this. Okay. And key vault we are going to use this. So these are all like this, some technologies, some services of the Azure will come in between. Okay. But we are not going to master these things actually. This is of course small part, small service only, it's not a problem, but this is people will use for different purposes. So in one of the scenarios we are going to use these things. Okay. We are not going to master, to be frank, but we will use, we will get familiar how to use it and for what purpose we can use it, we will get clarity. So in real time also, you no need to master other than this other services. Okay. You just, whatever requirement is there, you just try to understand that service and use it. So that's all. Now, these are the technologies wise we are going to see. So just understanding these things is not enough actually. So if you want to, because as a fresher, you will not get a, getting the calls is really very rare. You will get the calls. It's not like a experienced people. So this is at least for whoever have the IT experience, 1.5 year, 2 year at least. Okay. So then for them, you will get a good number of calls. So that's why, so now you are experienced person means, so people will expect some real time things. So that is what actually scenarios are going to make you more comfortable as a experienced person. Okay. So here we are going to see around 30 plus scenarios. These are exactly scenarios what we are implementing in our real time. So in our projects, what we, how we are doing, how different standards we are maintaining, logics we are maintaining, and frequently happening scenarios are what. So all of them we are going to discuss from very scratch again. Okay. So this is really matter. Real-time scenarios and these concepts will go hand in hand. After few concepts, we are going to see, we will see related scenario like that we will move actually. Then very importantly, project part. Okay. So as I told you yesterday also, one live project we will see, which is very frequently happening projects, and two pre-recorded projects. Okay, I elaboratedly explained yesterday. So in this, one of the project is cloud to API endpoint actually. So in the API endpoint, index is preparing for all the e-commerce related business products. Okay. So for example, let me show you. Let me share you another screen. That project is really very, very important one, but very rare you will get the opportunity. So for example, if you take Flipkart, okay. So you can see these are all the products actually. So all these products actually coming from where, that is matter. Okay. So these are all not directly coming from the Flipkart server actually, Flipkart database especially. Okay. Suppose when I search for any category of device products, so mobile if I search, see these are all the products. Now as a data engineer in the background, what work you are doing? So you see, for example, if I take any product randomly, when I click on this, how quickly this is loading, just try to observe. When I click on this, how quickly this is loading, try to observe. So I'm going to click done. See, the product basic information, first of all, it came very quickly, and in the background, remaining things are going to load. So that is really matter for the business actually. How quickly loading product information is matter for them actually. So this for loading this details of this particular product this much quickly, even less than half second actually, in milliseconds it will load. That is because possible in the background all products are indexed. You don't need to know about this particular word, just understand this. Because of some index, these products are loading quickly. So your duty is from cloud environment of all these products to API endpoint you need to move. Then front-end developer is going to take the product details when you click on that product from this API endpoint, not actually the database. Database is different. So in the background, you are preparing all these details. For example, all the details means what? This is all title, 4.6 rating. So 71 ratings, 31 reviews. This is the offer price. How much is offer? All these things, values coming from somewhere. Try to understand that. And products highlights and all these images. So coming from somewhere, right? So you are feeding all these things. So it is simply like a textbook. If you want to go to any particular chapter, how you are using index, which will exist in the front pages, so that directly that page number you are identifying. Otherwise, every page you have to flip. That is called index for the products also. Some behind story is there in my DBMS Udemy course. It is well explained actually, indexing. So you don't need to worry much, okay? But just try to understand the concept actually, how all these things are loading, okay? So let it be that. So that is the project, 11 plus hours it is discussed actually. So many algorithms are there. So all three projects you can keep in your resume, okay? So first of all, this is something about your curriculum, what we are going to discuss throughout the training. Okay. So, so that's all. First of all, curriculum. So this is what once again I want to recap quickly so that people can have a aware that what we are discussing first of all. Okay. Now let us try to understand what is prerequisite for this course, not knowledge wise. I will tell you. So something I planned. So basing on the time, let us try to discuss remaining things. Okay. So now prerequisite wise, what you need at your end. So if you have personal laptop, then only or if you are able to manage in your office laptop, whatever, simply you try to install SQL Server, any version, and SSMS tool. Okay. So try to make it arrange by tomorrow itself. Try to have a SQL Server and SSMS. So because we are going to discuss SQL in the first week, we are going to discuss 70% of the discussion is SQL only. And remaining 30% Azure introduction only. Okay. Azure some basics, portal. We will get familiar with the portal actually. So whatever is basic is required in the Azure side, we will discuss remaining time. So in the first week, basic SQL part we will try to complete. Then further level, whatever is required. So like joins, window functions, aggregate functions, and different stored procedures. So whatever is remaining things are there, we will see in the upcoming weeks actually. Okay. So second week onwards, so majorly we will concentrate on ADF. Okay. So by understanding this, what my intention is, by tomorrow try to arrange SQL part, at least this one, this is more than enough to practice your SQL thing. What we are discussing Azure, that is mostly theory. Try to remember that and you will feel that when you are working with the Azure services actually. So this is what simply try to arrange by tomorrow itself.
1 second, actually.
Yeah.
What is mean for SSMS?
Yeah. So it is SQL Server Management Studio. It is like a tool actually which will connect to the SQL Server so that you can develop your scripts, SQL scripts actually. Okay.
Okay.
So it is
And
like, do you know MySQL and Workbench?
yes,
Yeah, it exactly like Workbench. So for Java, I guess you have something like Eclipse, something, right?
right.
So exactly like SSMS. Okay. So
Okay,
in the
got it.
background, actual software, that software in the front end, in this you are going to develop the things actually for our
Okay.
comfortness. Okay.
Okay. So actually, I have a office laptop. I can able to install the SQL Server,
Then that is well and good. So
but if I get credentials right, I can see only inbuilt tables. I mean, what are the tables that we are using in my project? So is there?
I will guide you. That's what I will
Okay.
guide.
Okay.
Okay,
Then.
we have a standard table, some standard tables, those are scripts and everything I will provide. That's not a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So please try to have it by tomorrow for your better practice. Always, as I explained yesterday also, please try to attend the live class always. Okay, as much as possible. Sometimes may not possible, or that is very rare. One or two classes. Try to give the high priority for live class. Anyhow, you have the recording as I told. Okay. And do the hands-on part. Every day work what you discussed. Your side also please practice. This is only going to make you to understand real depth of the that particular concept. Then try to complete the homework. Then you will have a lot of confidence. That is actually ultimately required. So every time by understanding all these things and doing homework, going to build the real confidence, then that itself is more than enough. Okay. Then after this, what else is required is Azure account actually. So we are really not hurry to create this. Okay. Azure account we need actually. So to create a Azure account, this is completely online. We need a credit card. Okay. No worries about the creating this account actually. What we are going to do, as I told, in the first week, we are going to discuss SQL and Azure. Azure basics only. Okay. Then in the second week, okay. So in the second week onwards only, ADF, okay, and Azure SQL. That means by that time basic SQL will complete. So Azure SQL we will use here actually. Then blob storage. So from here only we will start discussing. So you no need to create the account this week itself because it is only 30 days free trial. So anyhow, this week we are not going to work on the Azure much actually. So this 1 week at least you can save. So this second week onwards only try to create the Azure account. Okay. So that means next Monday after the class only you try to create the Azure account. So I will guide you how to create. Okay. If any help is required, definitely we will assist you. Okay. So since it is 30 days free trial and you will get $200. So in conversion to the Indian rupees, it will show you 16,000 something. As a credit you will get. So within this credit you have to practice within these days actually. If it is expired, that means 30 days is over or 200 credit is over, then you cannot use free account actually. Okay. Even so, after this completion also, no worries at all. You try to identify another credit card, another credentials, or you can go for paid subscription also. That is not at all a problem. Okay. So I will guide you from the day one onwards. Even this week also, I will introduce you in the part of theory. Okay. Billing wise also, how to take care. So you no need to worry about the billing. Hardly it will be less than 500 rupees if you are able to bear. Otherwise, identify another credit card to create a free account. And especially ADF only we need ADF and remaining Azure services only we need Azure account. For the Databricks, Azure or Databricks, okay, we have a community edition. Okay. So in the community edition, we are going to practice more than 90% of the Databricks PySpark. So it is forever actually. I created my account 3 years back. So you can use it forever and most of the practice you can complete. Remaining things, only few things are there in the project which we will do. Those things I will create in my Azure account. I will show you. So at least if you understand, that is more than enough. But main transformation related, Delta Lake related, and many other concepts, you will understand here itself. So hope you got the clarity what you need to arrange by next week. Okay. So main thing is Azure account. By next week you try to arrange it. No worries at all. By that time you just if you don't have credit card, try to arrange it. Okay. Even no worries if you already used free account, go paid subscription. So in one of my month, in one of so from last 3 years my paid subscription only mine. So in one month my bill is 47 rupees. Both morning and evening I am doing classes explaining in the Azure account only, and my experiments or my practices I am doing here only. So, but I am managed with 47 rupees. So, I will guide you that how to manage this consciously. If you are there, that's more than enough. So, this is what prerequisite side for your practice we need to arrange. Hope you got the clarity, right? Before going to see next actual part. Hello?
Yes, Ajit.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, Sachin.
So one more thing, please try to respond always. It's not just one way. So my habit is I frequently use it to post the questions, small or big questions. Whether it is right or wrong, try to tell. So that is always good practice even for you actually. In your working life also, always responding is really matter. Okay. So now, yeah. So now let us try to start with the basic SQL. Today just the theoretical part we will see actually.
Yeah,
So
Chit, one thing here.
yeah, please.
If you're not able to install SQL, okay, in the office
Hmm.
laptop, so how can we
Yeah,
practice, or
exactly,
like
exactly.
you
Sorry,
didn't explain?
exactly. I forgot that. Sorry. Anyhow, see, correct. If you are unable to install SQL Server in your own laptop, better either by tomorrow, day after tomorrow, try to have a Azure account. Okay? Maybe not tomorrow, day after tomorrow, or that next day, second day, third day, or fourth day. I will explain you. Anyhow, we need to discuss. I will explain you how to create Azure SQL Server. Azure SQL, that means in your account, how to create Azure SQL Server. It's a hierarchy, it's a firewall settings, it's a connection related. So it at least will take 1 hour actually. So many things you will understand. This is exactly in your real time. You will do also regularly. So that I will explain it. So whoever do unable to install SQL Server in our local laptop, try to have a account this week itself. Clear? Hello?
Yes, Achut, clear.
Yes, Ajay.
Yeah. So this week itself, you please try to have a account. Anyhow, within 2 days, I will explain you how to create this in cloud. Okay? Yeah. So many things are there in this class. So as my sincere request is this week, next week, first 3 weeks is really matter. Data factory side or SQL side, very, of course, every week is matter actually. But basics is always really matter for any course or for any subject really. Advanced things are nothing always. Okay. On top of the basics, extra features is nothing but advanced. But so how much strong you are in basics, so anything you are able to do actually. So don't miss the initial classes. So that is my sincere request. Now, let us try to understand in a sequel some basic part today, completely theoretical. Just relaxedly sit and try to answer if I ask anything. That is right or wrong. Think carefully and then just try to answer. That's more than enough. Okay. So now, whoever is completely new, just try to understand one simple basic thing I'm just trying to explain you. So this is a data what you have. Even on paper also you might seeing actually. So this is calling in the database, we are calling as a table. So in this table, if you observe that table name will be there. This is what EMP. And these things, if you see, these are calling as what actually? Columns. Okay. So this is regular terminology. Even you also know actually this one. So columns. Then what is the alias name for these columns? Any other terminology? So who are
Field
in that?
names,
Huh?
fields.
So you can
Ajay,
attribute. Okay. Just a minute.
good morning.
Attributes. Yeah. So the terminal, because this terminology very frequently you will use, okay, in real time. Okay. So try to understand these words are these words I also will frequently use because we should get familiar actually. So columns or attributes. Okay. So these are the columns. So and then if you see these are the what are these things terminology wise?
Entities.
Records, data,
Exactly. So
record.
sorry. So these are the rows or records. Okay. So entity interchangeably sometimes will use actually. You cannot say exactly. frequently used words in real time. Focus on in that way. So any other names, especially foreigners will use this word actually. What is any other alias name for rows or records? So this is also calling as tuples. Okay. So people will use at that time, don't get confused. Those words are something different. Okay. So how many number of tuples are there in a table? People will ask. So don't think that this is something very big. Okay. Alias name for rows or records is tuples actually, database terminology wise. Terminology wise, pair of words is what? Attributes and tuples. Like a columns and rows we are using pair, right? Columns, rows. Like that, data DBMS database terminologies, attributes and tuples. Okay. So this one. So this is actually a EMP table. And this is one of the table we are going to use very frequently. So in this, if you observe that number of columns are 8 and number of rows are 40. Okay. So you take any SQL database related concept. Okay. That concept related practice, if you need a data means, that data will exist in this table. So this is not just a random data what you selected, and this table is not created by us actually. This is the basic table which will come with Oracle software when if you install, or you can take it actually. So this table really very important. Within 14 rows, you take any concept, that concept practice you can complete in this table. So on a simple data, you can understand how your queries or how that concept is reflecting. So you no need to have lakhs or millions or thousands of records to practice. So that's why to well understanding of any concept, we are going to use frequently EMP table. Of course, there is another table DEPT which have three columns and 4 rows. You will see that also. So these two tables, and very importantly, this table in many places we will use for understanding the concept actually. Okay. So this is what, first of all, very basic, try to understand. Now one simple question to all of you. Okay. Suppose if you take a database, okay, on the database, tell me what are the frequently performing operations? Come on. What operations you are going to perform very frequently?
Select
CRUD operations.
data.
CRUD.
Create.
CRUD, CRUD.
DDL and DML.
Create, update, delete.
Okay, right. Okay, CRUD. Okay. So, yes, correct. So you see insert operation, which you will do, or update
Update
operation, you will do, or
delete option.
delete option, you will do,
Select option.
search, right? Search operation you will do. So this is simple, fine. Which operation very frequently you will perform out of these four? Insert, update, delete, search. Which one you will do very frequently?
Select.
Select. Okay, select let us take as a search only. Yeah, correct.
Update.
Any other answer?
Update. Insert.
Update, okay. Insert, okay. So think very generally. Suppose if you take a Facebook account creation or Gmail account creation or any other thing actually. Simple. So you are creating a account now today. Some account, Gmail account you are creating. At that time you are giving your details. So mail ID is what, password is what, date of birth is what, gender is what, like that some details you are giving. Then finally you are clicking on create a account. At that time, your record is going to insert in the Gmail server. That's all happen. Insertion is happen. Then, very rarely you are going to change your details. Maybe you are changing your date of birth, maybe changing your profile pic. That means updation you are doing. And very rarely some of the details you will delete it. But if you see every day more than 10 times or 15 times or at least sometimes you are trying to logging into your account, Gmail account or Facebook account. So every time your basic details are coming in the top or somewhere in your profile, right? Every time it is showing your profile pic, your name and some other details. So, and every time whenever try to log in, so your request is going to the server and it is searching with your ID, then basic details it is returning. So you in anywhere on any database or anywhere, even in your real regular life also, searching is more operations, more times you will do, more than 95% of the times you are performing the operation search than any other operations. If you observe that, okay? Still now also, how efficiently you can search, research is still going on, okay? Many algorithms are there. So here the sometimes the way how you will insert, accordingly you will search, like binary search, all these things. So numbers are sorted in one way, one mechanism you will follow. Whatever, leave that. No, don't make it complex. So search is the basic operation very frequently used on the database actually. Whoever already working in the database also, you can feel that. So you are not creating the tables regularly. You are not inserting the data very regularly, but you are 90% of the work writing in the select statement only. Yes or no? Okay. So that is what actually select statement is used to select the data from a database. What specific data you are using. So try to understand this select statement structure. So select clause structure actually. And first I will explain you, it's a just overview only. We will deep dive each clause what we are going to see here. Then later you have to answer many things. So try to understand. So select clause. So actually in a database, how it will be actually, you are going to have many tables actually. Table 1, table 2. So like I shown you in the previous slide, EMP is one of the table. EMP is one of the table. So for example, if you take a college database, so in the college database, faculty table is there, student table is there, different period, classes tables is there, course tables is there, fees payment tables is there. So like that, many tables are there, each going to hold some data. So you need some data means columns, attributes is nothing but columns. So always you are listing the columns in the select clause actually. Okay. So that is what, just 1 minute. Yeah. So in the select clause, you are mentioning always attributes. So listen carefully. This is for filtering the columns. Okay. Filtering the columns. Then from clause. So in the from clause, what you are mentioning is always is tables actually. So you are going to have many tables in the database. So from which table you want to return the data? That's what, right? Just you are returning the data or you are sending this data to output. So from which table your data is there, that a table name, because many are there, right? So very simple, faculty list is there in front of you on a paper and student information is there, courses information is there. If somebody asked that how many courses are there in your college, so these are like a tables, you will take this page actually. So that's all. So from which table you have the data, that is what the table names you are mentioning in the from clause. These are the keywords you should use, and this you should follow strictly actually. Okay. Then where clause. So if somebody asks that in the student table, tell me give me only CSE department students. So you have actually CSE students, EC students, civil department students, many department students are there. So CSE students only you need means other students you need to skip. That means you are filtering the records or rows. That is what condition is condition is what? Only CSE condition. That means what actually? Some rows you are skipping, some rows you are taking actually. So that's what filtering on rows is actually a where clause. So if which rows is not required in the form of condition, you should tell in the where clause. That's what. Every clause what we are writing here is separately one class. Try to understand that. I am not just closing just by discussing like this. We are going to see very elaboratedly where class is one class. Select and inside select some parts are there, that is one class. And group by exclusively very frequently we will use, this is one class. Most people will confuse it here. So this is going to become very clear, very easy for us. Now next the part is group by class. Group by, as name implies, you are going to make the groups in the data actually. So take a student table. So or take a one section data actually. So in that 60 students are there. So out of these 60 students, you want to make some groups. For example, all A grade students is one group, all B grade students, C grade students, D grade students, one group actually. So whoever is in A grade, all will become one group. Whoever is in B grade, all will become one group. So like that, groups you are preparing based on some common data. That's what group by class you are going to use. On these groups, what you want to do, that is what further actual deep diving discussion. Okay. So if you want to make groups, this is what you are going to use, group by class. Then see what is there. Filtering on groups actually. So here in A grade 10 students are there, in B grade 15 students are there, in this 8 students are there, in C grade assume you have a 17 students. Now somebody else, these are the groups making actually. Yeah, please mute. Okay. So these are the groups you prepared by using group by class. Now filtering the groups means by using having clause is, that means I need the groups, I need the grades which have more than 10 students. So more than 10 students means it is equal to 10. So not coming, coming in the output, not coming, 8 greater than 10 false, 17 greater than 10 true. So you skipped the some groups. That's what filtering, right? Like rows. So that's what having clause you are using for filtering the groups. So we have a separate discussion, no worries. Syntactically, meaningfully we will see. Then order by clause. So order by clause is like a displaying the data finally in a specific order. That means either ascending order or descending order, you need to display the data actually. So for that order by clause you are going to use. Now these are the 6 basic clauses in any SQL technology you are going to have. And by using this you are going to write very big queries. So here 6 lines, sometimes the queries are like more than 100 lines, 500 lines, 1000 lines also. Sometimes you may have it. So it's not at all worry. This basic and what we are discussing in the basic SQL, if you are clear, any number of lines, it is just mechanical work. Logically, you should be clear, that's all. Out of these 6 classes, if you see, these 2 are mandatory. At any cost, you should have these 2 in your query actually. If you are writing select clause means select and from should be there in your query. And these 6 are optional. You may have it, may not have it. And when you are writing a query, okay, when you are writing a query, you should follow strictly the same order. So first writing from clause and then select clause is not syntactically not correct actually. Or select from, for example, select from you return, then you return group by and then where clause. So this order is also wrong. What order we mentioned here, same order strictly you should follow while writing the queries. In any database technology like SQL Data Server, MySQL, Oracle, anywhere. So that is the benefit by learning one SQL technology, other SQL technologies, definitely you will handle it. Okay. So only very few things are going to vary. That's not a big deal to handle. So hope meaning wise for what purpose each clause is there, it is clear. Okay. Now it is your part. So I'm going to ask the frequently questions. You have a query. You have a query by using all these 6 classes. Then that query you given to compiler. Ultimately, compiler means what actually? Who will execute your script? Somebody is going to execute your script. So compiler, it will take all this your query. Then you have 6 clauses. So order of evolution. Which clause it will execute first? Which clause in the second, third, like that. Total 6 clauses are there. Have a look. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 clauses are there. So now your question, your part. After understanding this is like simple. Okay. Which clause is going to execute first out of these 6? Come on.
From clause.
Select.
Where class?
Okay.
From class.
Whatever, see, think carefully. Because if you are completely new, also I've given basic meaning. Once again, I'm reminding you, we are going to discuss each class separate class. But who is going to execute first?
From class.
From class where it will select the table, which table.
No explanation, just answer.
From class.
Okay. Where class? Okay. Come on, try to respond. Try to speak whatever you are feeling. Okay. So, okay, right. So the very first class, think carefully, irrespective of your requirement, first of all, you should have the data in front of you. Who is actually bringing the data from the database out of all these 6 from class only? So that means table data, some specific table data you should have in front of you. I should have a student information in front of me. Then I can do what columns I need, what condition I need to apply, what group I need to apply, or what order. All this remaining file working on the data what you have from the from class actually. So that's why from clause is the very first one you need, it is going to execute, compiler is going to execute. Because what we are discussing here, this order, that is going to help you a lot even in the PySpark also. That clarity definitely in the upcoming discussions going to make you more comfortable. Okay. So from clause is the very first one going to execute by the compiler so that data is there in front of you. Come on, tell me next who is the one?
Select.
Select. Okay.
Select.
Okay. Any other answer?
No, next one is where clause.
Okay. Come on, right or wrong, please try to involve in the discussion. That's what main thing. Only 3-4 people told. Huh? Come on.
Where clause?
Where clause? Okay. Right. So now you see, it's very simple. See, now you have the data in front of you. Okay. So whatever data you brought by using from clause, it is in front of you. Okay. Just this order is going to really very matter in the upcoming other discussions, even in the PySpark. PySpark, you no need to follow strictly any specific order, but this clarity is going to make you very comfortable because that will lead to the performance. So now you have the student data by executing from class. Okay, you have the student data. See, always recommended is in this, suppose 100 records are there. So in this, very better, see, you are a person, you are a human, okay? You need to hold this bag. Very first thing is you need to lift to your shoulders. Very first thing is remove unnecessary part which is not required. Very better for further uh, carrying actually. So take only this part. That means unnecessary records you try to eliminate very firstly, so that for further processing you have less data for processing actually. Is it? So who is the next one? Unnecessary records you try to eliminate. Who is that? Where clause. That's all. If you have where clause in your select statement, then execute where clause so that all unnecessary records you are eliminating. So your burden is somehow lesser. That means your number of records wise is less. So you are working on these records and all unnecessary records you already eliminated. So that's what, right? Okay. Then who is next one? If you have all 6 in the statement, who is next one?
Next group, right?
So obviously group by, there is no other person. Group by you have to execute next actually. Uh, so because if you have any groups, so you have to execute next after the, because group by something you will understand later very clearly. Then at that time you will feel that after where clause, if you have a group by in the statement, you have to execute the group by class. Okay, so that groups are preparing, just groups are prepared. Okay, then next immediately.
Having
So groups are prepared means which groups are required, which groups are not required for further having, you have to execute immediately. So now very crucial, select and order by clause are remain. So if you tell one, remaining is the 6th one. Come on, select or order by are going to execute next.
select.
Okay.
Later it order by.
Okay. Of course, remaining is last. Come on, any other answer or same
Yeah,
answer you try to tell.
yeah, select will be the followed by heavy.
Okay. So here
Selected later order by.
logically, huh? First order by. See, think logically, think logically. Whatever columns you have finally, for example, EMP name, okay, salary is there. So 100, 200, 300, okay, or 250, 150 like this. Data is there. So, okay, E name, okay. E name is A, C, B, C, A, F, like that. Names are there. Okay. See, in these 2 columns, I don't need salary column. So this column you are eliminating. That's what filtering the columns, like filtering rows, filtering row groups, filtering the columns. This column I don't need in the output. Then only you go for the ordering. Because order by class means what? Finally, what you are returning as a output to the console or somewhere. On that data, you are try to apply the order by class. So whatever data is there, finally, that data only we are strictly using. Okay, that data only we are strictly passing to the order by class. Suppose suppose first if you execute order by class, you need to work on salary also. Whenever suppose when you are putting this in a order by A first and then B and then C, A, F like this, you are putting order. Every time its corresponding salary also you need to place, and finally you are eliminating it. Why unnecessarily you are doing that? First unnecessary columns you eliminate, then take only remaining columns which are there in the select. Those on that data only apply order by class. So that is why select is the fifth one it is going to execute, and then order by is going to execute. So this order of execution is really matter. When you are writing in structure SQL queries, it's fine, because if you miss the order, if you, of course, internally it will take care. But when you are writing PySpark script, because transformations you will do in the PySpark actually, you no need to follow any specific order. But if you remember this, by using this, if you try to write, you are automatically leading to optimal scripts, writing a optimal performance based scripts. So that is why try to understand. In many places we will refer this one. Okay. So this is what, first of all, theoretically about the select statement. So tomorrow we will start with the select statement. We will deep dive in this part, select and distinct, and then one by one we will start. And tomorrow itself I will introduce you what is the cloud, what is the Azure cloud, some portal discussion, 10 minutes we will discuss. Okay, basing on the discussion around 10 minutes, and then we will discuss the select class. Okay, and we will get the clarity what is the cloud and all. Okay, so today I'm stopping here. So if you have any doubts, feel free to ask.
Sir, good morning. One question.
Yeah.
Sir, every day we will get a link, automatically we will get link or...
No, every day you use the same link what you use it today.
Okay, sir. Sir, one more doubt. For Databricks, you have to use a community edition. What do you mean by community edition, sir? You told us now.
For Databricks, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you just search in the Google, see here. Actually, it's a community edition provided by Databricks only. So see Databricks community edition, it will come automatically. Okay. So Databricks only providing the community edition for practice purpose. Okay. For people who ever want to practice freely, they only providing it. So just with your username and password, that just with your email ID, and by creating a password with simple steps, 1 or 2 minutes, it will complete. Okay.
Okay, sir.
We will guide you at that time.
Thank you, sir.
Yep.
Then we need to provide that Azure account details.
No.
It will be need a separate one, right?
Yeah, it is going to have a community edition option.
Okay.
I will show you. Okay. Very easy, just 2 steps, and hardly it will take 1 or 2 minutes if you are familiar. Okay. Mine already there. Go for the sign up. So here you see, just provide the some basic information. Okay. Then if you go to the next step, it might, yeah, see, that's all. So here you will select the community edition, then these three. See, Databricks is a separate platform that you can integrate with your existing clouds, or for personal use, for practice purpose, go for the community edition. This is forever and free completely. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, I will tell you that time clearly. More basic part is there.
Sure, sir.
Hi Ajit.
Yeah, hi.
Ajit, where will I get this records and all?
Records and all, actually, first 3 classes, since it is free, I will send it to you directly, or you can go to the Edufulness YouTube channel. Actually, every day within, after class, within 10-15 minutes you will get these free classes. Okay.
Okay.
Or otherwise, once batch is finalized, that means whoever is enrolled. So for example, previous batch recording like this, you are going to get the recording. So I will give the access to your mail ID. So here every day you can find your link. Okay. What concepts that day we discussed, and all these things like this you are going to have. Okay.
Okay.
And first 3 classes, anyhow, I will send you through WhatsApp and mail. Okay. Or if you don't get, also just come to YouTube channel Edufulness, and suppose yesterday demo is happened, so you can find the demo here.
Videos.
Yeah, yesterday demo is this one. Okay, so like
Okay.
this you are going to have all the videos. So this link only I will share you to your WhatsApp numbers all. Okay.
Okay. And will you provide any theoretical note?
Notes I am not providing, that's why recording is there with you. And scripts I will provide. What scripts we discussed, those scripts I will send it to you. Say, SQL or Data Factory or PySpark, all those scripts I will send on every day.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Thanks, Arjun.
yeah.
Hello, Achyut. Good
Yeah,
morning.
not so well. Yeah.
Can you share the detailed course curriculum?
Yeah. Just ping me. Definitely I will share.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
But whatever I told here, that is the one. But if you want, definitely I will share. No problem.
Yeah, sir. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
And one more thing, like we are covering PySpark also in deep, right, sir? From
We
basic,
are PySpark.
from basic to advanced, right?
Yeah, exactly. So how
Yeah.
much is required for data engineering? That much depth we are
Okay.
discussing.
Okay.
PySpark is not just for data engineers, it for many things. So data engineering, what we are doing very frequently by using PySpark, all those concepts like transformation related, connection related, or Delta Lake related, or some other notebook related concepts are there. All those things along with integration with the ADF also we will see.
Sure. Okay.
Achyut, today's curriculum you didn't mention Python, so you are not going to
No, Python we are not discussing. Even yesterday also I didn't told. Okay. So
basic Python also you are not discussing.
sorry,
Basic Python also you are not discussing. Huh?
I will explain you in the PySpark some basic things. Okay.
Okay.
PySpark definitely you will understand directly, but still if you want Python exclusively, I am providing my Udemy course freely actually.
Okay.
Yeah. Because Python and all, if you take the courses structure stretch will be more actually. Okay.
Hmm.
But because anyhow PySpark you will understand directly, so that is what our observation. So whoever is interested, we will encourage in outside actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Will
actually for learning this AD PySpark is enough. I mean, no need to go exclusive Python again.
no need to go. My recommendation, if you know, that is really well and good. Only whoops concepts wise, if you are clear, so definitely you will understand. And data structures wise, some of the data structures, arrays, and some other. Anyhow, I will discuss in the class.
Okay.
Yeah. See, that's what actually, whatever is essential as a prerequisite, everything we are covering here and there. Okay. Ultimately, every day what we are discussing, if you are following regularly classes, you will understand everyday current class. Okay. And certification wise, Sarath, our course will help you to crack DP 203 exam at least 80%. Okay. So you cannot claim 100% because certification will ask, to be frank, from every corner. Okay. So, but the thing is, I will provide you the dump and I will help you where to prepare remaining 20%. On top of after 80% of the understanding, understanding means for the certification only 80%. Okay. Remaining 20%, wherever you prepare, you will definitely understand. Okay. And anyhow, I will guide you if you really want to go for certification. So I myself also, I renewed my certification, I guess 2-3 months back. Nowadays it is for 1 year. Yeah.
Am I audible?
Yeah. Hi.
Okay. Sir, regarding this software installation, do you provide any documentation or how to?
Yeah, I will help you if you really, if you are feeling difficulty to install SQL Server, right? Especially.
You can just share the link so that we can.
Yeah, I will share you. That's what I will share you. First of all, YouTube link. If you feel difficulty, let me know. Definitely, we will help. Okay.
And daily.
Just ping in the WhatsApp. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. How about the doubt clarification things? Like,
So one thing is in the class itself, I'll never close the class without answering your questions. If everybody keep quiet, then only I will stop the class. Okay. That is the very first thing in the class itself. You can complete your doubts. Suppose in your practice or sometime if you got any doubt, so always you can call back to me. Okay. I'm definitely available. Okay.
okay.
So this is my number. You can call or WhatsApp. Okay. Suppose if I am in meetings, I will call back within 1 hour. Actually, in the same day, definitely I will respond back. Okay.
Hey, hi. Steve.
Yeah. Hi.
So actually, I have 8 years of experience as a database developer.
Okay.
So, in my company, there is a certification happening for DP 200 and DP 900. So how much this course will help to get the certifications?
203, right?
Yeah, DP 200 and DP 900, I think.
DP 200 for what? What is the name?
I think exactly might be
Yeah,
DP
let
200
me.
not, I think he was talking.
Azure Data Engineer Associate. Okay. Yeah, 203 only that one. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I answered already. This course will help you to crack that exam, no doubt at all. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
But in
Okay.
the certification means they will definitely touch some other extra concept. Extra means every corner. Our orientation is mainly real time because that is matter for us. Okay. So certification wise, we will help you remaining part where to prepare, how to prepare. And the dumps also I will provide around 350 questions. So beyond that, definitely they will not ask.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, is it mandatory for certification for 3 to 4 years experience persons?
It's not a number of years wise. If you have, definitely that is well and good. Okay. Your shortlist, definitely you are in the front row, whoever certified, because always company people will try to show off to the client as a certified resources. Okay. So definitely that will keep you front always. That is not mandatory. And if you plan, that is really a good goal.
Okay.
Yeah. Always certified, that itself a good word, right? Okay.
It's a good.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah.
Thank you, Vincent.
Yeah. So thank you all. So every day use the same link only. Okay. And if you have further any doubts also, feel free to call back to this number. Okay. Definitely I will answer all your queries. Okay. Thank you all. Have a nice day. All the best for your bright future. Thank you.
Thank you, Arjun.
Thank you.